So this is the problem we are solving this week. The floppiness. So you would think that screw would be able to screw into there because it is the actual screw. Turns out it doesn't work. So here you go. So you see we put it on. This is going to be difficult here. Gonna try. Yeah, so it's not specifically twisting on the best, but as you can tell, it ain't getting any tighter. It's just spinning this whole thing around. So you kind of look at that. See, it's like it's not. It looks like it's in, and then, oh yeah, look, ready? Oh nope, it still flops. And I just haven't been able to figure out a way to twist it on. So it's the ring lights problem. So we're gonna fix it. So this is the inside. So right there is where it screws in. So you can see that, but you see up here, that's the same thing as here. That screws in. This doesn't. You want to know why? Because of that. It just keeps falling out every single time. And so in there, I'm going to try and make a little holder so that it kind of pinches the bolt so it doesn't move and stays in one spot. So we're going to see how that works. But also, that's really thick. So I wonder if that's the problem as well. Because you look here, that's kind of thin. So I don't really know why it's not working. But you can kind of see it's like really damaged there. It's really, I don't know, just bad. So, gonna fix this so it doesn't flop all over the place. So this is the solution to my problem. Tape. Since it's not very strong and flops over, I solve it with a buttload of tape. Okay, so making this better kinda was easy, kinda was difficult. So let's get into it. So we're gonna hide extra things. We're just gonna talk start to finish. So first off, this gray box is the ring light spot where I wanted to build it. So my first thought was adding something to make the hex bolt not move. But there was already something in there that was supposed to do that. That didn't work. As well as, I mean, this little spot right here is so thick. It's like 0.13, which is, that is an awful thing. I don't know if you guys can even tell how much that is. I don't know. It's thick when it comes to trying to get stuff to work. So we're going to fix it a different way. So I thought, let's find a different way to hold the hex bolt so that it actually works. So I did. So first off, you insert this part into the hole at the bottom where you were supposed to put the stand. And it goes up and there's these certain spaces so that I can use more of a pinching technique to get it to actually work. So I'll show you why. So here, cut this in half. Pinching. So top goes in, bottom goes in, and then this spot goes here. So the top arm goes to pinch from the top of the slot, I guess. Then this goes into the bottom and pinches it lengthwise, as well as this part goes through the space and drops into this little crevice here. So that holds it and doesn't spin and move. And then this is 0.1. This is 0.11. So it's a very tight squeeze. So when it's in here, it's such a small space that it doesn't affect it moving up and down. So yeah, 0.04. That is such a small number when kind of working with this that it doesn't affect how it turns out. So you put that in, and then as this part's going through here, this bottom like kind of spacer piece gets pushed in as well, so that it pushes this bottom down with the bottom of the ring light, so that it brings this down as well. So then that's into that slot tight, as well as this is tight in here, so it doesn't move in and out. And so it kind of just keeps everything stable and very secure, and it makes a nice little snap sound when you put it in. So then the hex bolt sits down here. So I'll show you that. Boom. Hex bolt sits here. It is not allowed to spin because of the like shape of it, which is smart. That's what they should have done up here. They just added a little line and hoped it worked. But this actually pinches it together so that it doesn't fall out, doesn't spin, and semi-works. But here is the first try. So I did 3D print this. Here is the first try of it as is. There's the first try. So the thing is, it works really well, except I miscalculated these. So putting them together doesn't work with that. But as soon as you take it out, you snap it in. Look at that. They fit together. Obviously, dimensions a little off. Did not calculate it right. Accidentally put a mid-span instead of, mid-plane extrusion here instead of just going out. But fits right there. Made it go through, and that fits directly in and works. So it's kind of crazy. So as you saw, it did work, as in this part worked, miscalculations here, but overall the general gist works, and it just bends a little bit. So I did make one more print to fix that, but it would just bend over because it's not tight. So to make it tighter, I added this. So what this does is fits right over top of these parts to keep them condensed and close, as well as adding a back support so that when you put your phone on, it kind of goes back and forth. Because when I did my phone in the like holder on the ring light, this is how it went. Now we're gonna see if it can hold my phone. Okay. Tilt that up. Not really. Shoot. So it holds the light, just not my phone. Crap. So adding this green piece was a necessity, as you could see, so that it didn't fall. These didn't bend out of place, and it overall just like kept a stronger structure. And so then the cool thing is once you twist in the bolt, all of this is like resting on the base, so that it like still pinches it together, but it pinches it up top here, and kind of just, there's a lot of pinching going on. So, but here's the final 3D printed part. So this little piece right here goes inside underneath this little, man, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Goes inside, connects, then this back piece here holds it up because it was very flimsy. So now this goes around it, and it's kind of a little catcher type thing. And then I had to flip it around. So this normally goes in here and locks it in. Can't do that, but I just flipped it around and it works. So it also holds my phone better, but still not like perfect. But it's better than what it was. So pretty sweet, ain't it? So it is cool. It does hold it. I did fix it. Again, I could have bought a new one, but the whole point is trying to fix it, which was fun. And I think it's just really hard to figure out the next steps to make it better. But it works. It does exactly what I need it to do now, and I am happy. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope if your ring light breaks, I could help, or you could try and figure it out on your own. But thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.